Do you ever just feel like you have a million things on your to-do list and not enough time in the day to get everything done? Well, here are 9 tips to be more productive in a healthy and sustainable way. I think we watch a lot of productivity videos and think we have to implement all of these productivity hacks and habits into our everyday life, but we don't realize that not all of these tips will benefit our life at this very moment in the current state that we're in. So what I want you to take from this video is at least just 1 or 2 of these habits that can hopefully help you out and give you a little bit more time in your day to focus on the things that you love, because I really try to prioritize balance in my life, balancing getting my shit done but also having time for me and time to spend with others and do the things that I actually enjoy doing. My first tip is to have a simple morning routine. So this makes a huge difference for me. If I wake up in the morning and I jump straight into studying or doing work, for me studying, I end up feeling really burnt out by the end of the day because I didn't take time in the morning to myself. And this doesn't have to be like a super long morning routine. For me, it's usually just planning out my day, drinking some tea, and ice rolling my face and tidying up the house. And this probably takes me like 20 minutes to do all of this. It's really not that hard, but it just sets me up for the day and it makes me a little bit more motivated to get shit done. Number 2 is do the tasks that take less than 2 minutes right away. So for example, when you put dishes in the sink, do them right away, because this will take you less than 2 minutes to do and you won't end up having loads of dishes to do later that'll take you like 30 minutes. And you will thank yourself. You will thank yourself in the future. Another good example is putting things into their correct place right after you're done using them. So like when you come home, don't just lay your jacket and your keys and all your stuff on the couch or on the counter. Put it into its correct space, because that takes literally way less than 2 minutes. That takes like 30 seconds. And it just keeps your home a lot more tidy and it's gonna give you way less to clean in the long run. Number 3 is having 3 main things that you want to get done in one day. So this is a problem that I still consistently make, but I'm trying to get better at it. It is making a to-do list that is way too long for me to accomplish in one day. So what I have learned is to have 3 main priorities for the day. For instance, for me, a lot of the time it's like studying, getting a workout in, and editing my YouTube video. So those are the 3 main things that I want to get done in the day, and if I accomplish those, then I can get to all the other little tasks that I have to do. I can still feel accomplished that I got these big tasks out of the way. This definitely makes you feel a lot less overwhelmed by having 10 to 20 things on your to-do list. When you only have 3, it's way easier to look at and to say, okay, I can do these 3 things today. Number 4 is to set timers for doing things. I love to do this when I tell myself that I don't have time to do something. For instance, folding my laundry, cleaning the house, meal prepping, anything like that. Sometimes I'll just set a 20-minute timer or 30 minutes, however long you want to do. Or you could even do 10 minutes to start out. But say you don't want to clean. Just set a 20-minute timer and just tell yourself, okay, I'm just going to clean for 20 minutes and then I'll stop. You'd be surprised how much you can get clean in that 20 minutes. And sometimes you'll be like in such a flow after that 20 minutes that you want to keep going. So that's a little hack for you. Number 5 is to get rid of stuff and declutter. This is definitely something that has made me more productive lately, because having a clear space gives me a clear mind, and having less stuff gives you a lot less to maintain and less to clean. It allows you to focus on the tasks that you need to get done and that you want to get done for your goals, instead of worrying about tidying up your space all the time, because if you have less, then you have less to tidy. Number 6, this one is huge for me, and it is to put my phone away. I need my phone out of sight, out of mind, or else I will be tempted to pick it up, to scroll through Instagram, TikTok, text someone back, literally do anything. So I simply just open my drawer and put my phone inside the drawer, close the drawer, and do not open it until I'm done with whatever task I am doing. I definitely do this every time I study. I do the Pomodoro technique, so I will study for 50 minutes and then I'll have a 10-minute break. So I will always put my phone in this drawer for 50 minutes, and I'll always put it on do not disturb, or I created like a nursing school mode on my phone so I can only receive text messages from my classmates. So I'll always either put it on do not disturb or nursing mode, and I'll put it away in my drawer and I won't even think about it for the next 50 minutes. It's crazy what this does to my brain. I don't know. When I see my phone, I just want to use it. It's not even that I have anything to look at. It's just tempting. Number 7 is to break down bigger goals or tasks into smaller tasks. So for example, say you want to start a YouTube channel. I think it would be very hard to just write on your to-do list, start a YouTube channel, or have that as a goal, because that doesn't give you anything to actually do for the day. Having a goal that big or a task that large kind of is overwhelming and makes you feel like you don't know where to start. So a good idea is to break this down into smaller goals. So for YouTube, you could say, okay, I'm gonna come up with 3 video ideas today. Or you could say, today I'm gonna film my first YouTube video. And then you have a task that you can actually accomplish in one day and get you closer towards that big goal. Also, one of my big goals is to obviously become a nurse, but I'm not gonna put on my to-do list every day, become a nurse, because I cannot accomplish that in one day. I can't even accomplish that in 1 year. So for me, it would be like, okay, today I'm going to read this chapter and this chapter. And that is taking one step closer to my goal of becoming a nurse. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So break down your bigger tasks or goals into smaller tasks and goals. Number 8, this one is huge. This one is huge for being productive, and that is to take breaks. I know you've probably heard this before, but it is so important. But I feel like it's also very important what you do on your break. So like I was saying, I use the Pomodoro technique when I study. So I'll study for 50 minutes and then I'll take a 10-minute break. But what I try to do is on my 10-minute break, I try to not scroll through social media or do something on my phone that makes me want to keep scrolling or stay on my phone when that 10 minutes is up. Because I don't know about you, but when I scroll through TikTok during my 10-minute break, that's like what I want to continue doing. I'm like, okay, one more TikTok. Ooh, that one was really good. Okay, one more. And I just keep going and going and going. And it's really hard to pull me out of that and to get me back to studying. So I like to take my 10-minute breaks to recharge, reset, do something for myself, such as make some tea, go for a walk. Going for a walk is a great thing to do on your breaks. I also like to read a book that I'm really enjoying at the moment. And I feel like when you read on your break, you're still like working your brain, but in a different way, because you're actually enjoying what you're reading instead of having to read a textbook and concentrate really hard, if that makes sense. Also, stretching during your breaks, just something that will recharge you for a little bit, and then you have more energy to do the tasks that you need to get done and to be productive. Number 9 is to be your #1 supporter. You should be your biggest fan, because at the end of the day, no one is gonna tell you to sit down and study, to sit down and do your work, especially if you're self-employed, or for me, I have to study on my own a lot, so I have to motivate myself to do it. I have to constantly give myself praise for doing small tasks, reward myself with things, be my biggest cheerleader, lift myself up. You have to tell yourself to keep going. You have to get yourself up in the morning to do the things that you know you need to do to get to where you want to be. But you should also reward yourself along the way, because it's always nice to have stuff to look forward to. This can be small little things for accomplishing your everyday tasks, or once you reach a goal, have something to reward yourself at the end of it. Okay, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you take something from this. Please remember to prioritize rest and balance, because you can truly only be productive when you have rested and recharged and done things for yourself. What am I saying? I don't know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.